Wow. All right, so today we're gonna try something new. We're actually heading to the track to do a video collab with a special fellow YouTuber and very fast runner. Hi there, Coach Sage Candidate here. It's July 3rd, 2020, and like I said, we're heading to the track, doing something different, doing a video collab. Really excited. I've been admiring this guy for quite a few years on the YouTube, and definitely it's gonna be out of my comfort zone when worlds collide in the YouTube running world. But yeah, we're meeting up for maybe a little group workout. I could probably only jump in part of it with him because he's a lot faster than I am, especially at shorter distances on the track. But he's got a crew out here. Obviously, with COVID concerns, you know, he's got his own crew. They traveled out here together. They live together. I'm the outsider coming in, so gonna practice social distancing, stay 6 feet apart in a small group. Of course, we're outside here, so you know, not too concerned about that. That's my update on that. But let's get to the track. Look what we got here. What's Spencer Brown, guys? Give you a COVID elbow bump there. Spencer Brown, the athlete special, his crew out here.
Yeah, we got the entourage.
Thanks for letting me join in here.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna do some 150s, some 200s. See if Sage can rip them with us. We're gonna warm up first, though. Yeah, he's decked out in the Hoka gear, though, looking good, and yeah, we're ready to go. Those.
Everything's been more competitive. The distance running scene and the NCAA level is way more competitive now than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, it used to take like 4:02 to make the mile. Now it takes like 3:57.
It's ridiculous. So Spencer Brown, athlete special. Do a link to his channel also in the description below, but shout out to him. Be sure to follow him. He's a sub 4-minute miler.
Barely. I think it might have been a timing error.
Dude, you've run 3:39?
Yep,
3:39 in the 1500. 148 in the
149.
149. Ran at Georgetown. Living the dream out here in Boulder. So
this is
got the sub 4-minute mile speed right here. This guy.
See if we can, you know, drop Sage on some of these 200s, but I don't know. I think he might be sandbagging a bit. We'll find out in a second, though. All right, I'll try to be as easy as possible for this. All right, you ready, Johnny? All right, 29.9.
This guy, this is his mile, slower than his mile pace. He's a sub 4-minute miler. It's a sprint for me. Like,
it's just different.
I was tying up the last 20 meters. Like 8.
It's just different muscle groups. That's all it is.
He's all fast twitch. These young whippersnappers. It's hard to keep up with these kids. An old slow ultra runner here. First time I've touched a truck all year.
So are we gonna do one more? Or?
I'll try.
All right, let's go.
This guy, was that a 30?
29.5, we were right on.
I was falling off the last 10 meters. Going lactate. This is the intensity. These mid-distance runners. All right, let's jump into the running form analysis part. Again, this is at about 4 minutes per mile pace, 4 flat per mile. That's 2:29 per kilometer pace, running 29-second 200 meters. First thing we notice, obviously, is I'm twisting a lot. There's a lot of torque, a lot of twisting between my shoulders and my hips, whereas Spencer's more straight on, leading him straight around the curve and straight into the straightaway. I'm twisting, thrashing my arms quite a bit. And part of this is because I'm basically sprinting, and Spencer could easily run 6 seconds faster per 200. He told me in a workout he's done 23-second 200 meter splits. He's also cracked split 49 seconds for 400 meters. So he's a lot faster than me. He's got a lot more speed reserve, and he's not thrashing around as much. The other thing is difference in body mass distribution. I kind of have thunder thighs, childbearing hips. You can see in this picture here even differential in my horrible tan line forming as well over the summer here, I must say. But genetic differences may change how your form looks at different speeds, and I'm also very slow twitch muscle fiber probably compared to Spencer. He's got a lot more sprint speed. I've never had that sprint speed. Even in my younger track years, I could never crack 27 or 28 seconds for an all-out 200 meters, whereas Spencer has that speed reserve. He probably has more fast twitch muscle fibers. So a lot of that is genetic. Some of that is trained as well. I've built up my quads from mountain running, ultra running, marathon running, doing slower stuff. Spencer is a fast track runner. He's still a speed specialist, and he's very talented. Sub 4 minute mile, 3:39, 1500. If you look at the side view, you could see our stride rates. They line up a bit, but mine is quite a bit faster. Again, it's because I'm basically sprinting. I'm doing about 220 steps per minute right here. I would say Spencer's quite a bit slower, maybe around 200 steps per minute. That's very common if you're racing a sub 4 minute mile. You would be maybe close to 200 steps per minute if that's your ideal cadence or stride rate for your race distance. You get into longer distances like 5K or marathon racing on a flat road or track, and maybe your cadence would even drop down to 190 steps per minute or 180 steps per minute. But obviously at the faster paces in the shorter distance races, being a higher cadence is generally good, except if it's too high, it shows that you're just not getting enough power. And for me, that's not optimal because 220 steps per minute is making my heart pump really hard, and I'm breathing really hard, tying up with some lactic acid at the end of these. Basically, Spencer's getting a lot more length in his stride because he's generating a lot more power. You could see that he's probably getting more power from his glutes and hamstrings and calves, the back muscles of his legs, whereas I'm kind of just flailing around, trying to push too much with my quads and not generating the same sort of power on my push-off. You could also kind of see the differences reflected in our foot strike. Here Spencer's coming down pretty forefoot, more on the ball of his foot, toe part of his foot. I'm coming down almost with a heel strike. It's not connecting as a heel strike, but you could definitely see our toe difference in the angle in terms of what we call dorsiflexion versus plantar flexion. Spencer's got more of a plantar flexion going on here. The toe's already pointed down, ready for impact. I'm high in dorsiflexion, more of a heel strike. And the back kick, if you look at the back kick, you could also see he has his toe pointed nice in a streamlined plantar flexion, that back toe up in the air, high butt kick, so to speak, whereas I'm kind of not as high with my back kick, not as good of hip extension or length in the stride, but also the toe is more still in a dorsiflexion type of position. It's not as streamlined. I won't be able to pull that forward as fast or as efficiently. Another key difference we see is Spencer's got a nice forward lean going on, and I've talked about this in my other running form videos. I've been too complacent a bit with my upright trunk position, it would be better to be having a forward lean, and that forward lean happens from the ankles, and Spencer demonstrates this really well. You can see his forward lean. His arm carriage is very controlled. He doesn't have to thrash his arms nearly as much as I do. He's got a pretty high elbow angle as well, keeping nice and streamlined, nice and fast, probably because he's getting so much power from his legs. He's got a real power stride, and he's just super efficient at this pace, super smooth, whereas I'm flailing around trying to sprint all out to keep up with him just for 200 meters at his mile race pace. A final note though on the arm swing is everyone is a bit different, and like I mentioned, with body mass distribution as well as specific training and workouts, that could change your form as well as the genetic component. Everyone's form's not going to look exactly the same. Spencer can't sprint quite as fast as Usain Bolt, and I can't run a marathon even close to as fast as a Kipchoge. So, you know, there are limitations there, but what we want to optimize is our efficiency, and we want to reduce the risk for injury. We don't want to get injured. So we could learn a lot from analyzing our form, analyzing the physics, seeing what works for us at different pace ranges, and doing speed work, the value of speed work. Spencer was doing 6 times 150 meters before these 200s. He's been going on the track 2 or 3 times per week. Obviously, as a mile specialist, 1500 meter specialist, there's more of a speed-oriented focus, but even for distance runners, marathoners, ultramarathon trail runners, there's a lot of benefit to ironing out your form at these faster paces, opening up the stride, and trying to develop power and a forward lean to help improve your efficiency at all sub-maximal paces. So this is good for me, just like doing hill sprints and hill reps and shorter, faster VO2 max workouts or tempo runs. So it's all about the balance and applying that to staying healthy, getting faster, and getting more efficient. So much speed.
It's just different.
So much speed. I felt slow as molasses out there.
Hey, you got through it though. That's all that matters.
You're really good at pacing. It felt very even.
I was trying to be as even as possible.
An even all-out sprint for me.
But no,
it was fun. It was fun.
Off 80-mile weeks and Sage is doing other ultra stuff. That's not bad at all.
Second week at altitude here in Boulder on a hot day after crushing Megs less than a week ago.
That may have been a mistake. We'll find out in like a week from now.
You'll make big fitness gains up here. It's
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for letting me join in on the fun. Again, check out Spencer's channel, Athlete Special.
Yeah.
Spencer Brown, I'll put a link to in the description below. Yeah. So we'll do some more runs together.
Yeah, this was fun. See you guys later.